Need some help finding some edge in the prop market? Check out the PropsAI tool on the LineStar app, your one-stop shop for all the information you need to place smarter bets. Gain insights into player history, projections, and trends, along with sportsbook odds. You can even compare the lines across multiple sportsbooks using our prop finder. Get the edge with PropsAI today at LineStarApp.com and take your prop betting game to the next level. Good luck, and as always, bet responsibly. Welcome to the Pre-Snap Podcast, presented by LineStar, your top 3 NFL player prop bets for the Pittsburgh-Buffalo playoff game. It's Wild Card Weekend. Alongside Tyler Wiemann, I am Shannon, Sommerville. Tyler, let's get wild. We've got some good props and touchdown calls. How are you feeling about this Pittsburgh-Buffalo game? Buffalo favored by 10 points in this one. And we just found out that TJ Watt, the star defender, who's the league leader in sacks, is going to be out for the Steelers in this one. Tyler, listen to this stat. When in the 11 games without Watt, the Steelers are 1-10.
Yeah, they
good.
are a totally different team. I know his brother JJ on Twitter did say that, he'd be willing to fill in. Mm-hmm. Too bad they can't make that sub.
Yeah, how do you think the transition from CBS analyst to on the field would be for Watt there? I guess filling in for his brother. He's probably still in shape, right? He's got it. Still got it. If Flacco can do it, anyone can do it,
I have no idea how he's been working out or whatnot, but if he is in shape, I'm sure he could pull a Flacco and come off the couch and do wonders.
Well, they'll certainly need him against Buffalo, 4-1 at home in the playoffs since 2017. So Buffalo Bills look good. A little bit of a roller coaster for Josh Allen in the game against the Miami Dolphins, where they clinched the AFC East in that one. Now they get a home advantage against the Steelers. So we've got 3 prop bets for you. You can find these bets on Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, CHALKBOARD. And if you download those apps, use the promo code LineStar, you'll get up to $100 of your first deposit matched. And before we get into our bets, make sure if you haven't already, do us a huge favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. A comment also enters you into our prop bets contest. So if we go 3 for 3, we're going to give out the winnings of this ticket. $60 is headed to somebody, one randomly selected commenter, if we go 3 for 3. So let's get after it here. We've got some good picks. The first pick's going to be coming to you from the PropsAI tool on the LineStar app. If you haven't checked that out, it's a great tool that'll help you in the prop market. You can find that at LineStarApp.com. So let's get into our top 3 prop bets, and then we'll get into our touchdown calls as well to keep you all geared up for this game and making the best bets. Got to make smarter bets. Use the LineStar app to do so. All right, speaking of the LineStar app, LineStar's pick for this game, we're going with Stefan Diggs over 61.5 receiving yards. This is a pick that we took last week, and it cashed for us pretty easily. Diggs averaging 69.6 receiving yards per game. He had 87 against Miami in what was kind of like a playoff atmosphere to win the AFC East, going up against Pittsburgh. Last year, he actually faced them in the regular season. He had 102 receiving yards in that game. I just think, Tyler, this Pittsburgh defense is a shell of itself without TJ Watt in the mix there as well. So I still like Diggs. I think it impacts the defense in a way. I know he's not a secondary defender, but I think that it impacts the secondary in that there's less pressure on Josh Allen, and he has a little bit more time back there to throw the ball. What do you think?
Yeah, from the stat that you read, they are 1-10 without TJ Watt. He has a huge, effect to the rest of the team. I know you and I are talking yesterday when we found out about the TJ Watt, where we're just like, hey, Buffalo over everything, just because this defense is a total different animal when TJ Watt's out there compared to when he's not. When he's not, they are, a bottom tier defense in this league. And I think Buffalo is going to have their way with them.
Yeah, and I think something that we said when we took this pick last week against the Dolphins was they're going to be trying to target Diggs, especially in these situations that are playoff-like, and now it is the playoffs. They're going to look for Diggs in this one early and often. I like that play. Also, Tyler, you found a nice play at over 5.5 receptions, which is also an excellent pick if you're maybe looking to go that route instead of the receiving yards angle. So some good plays there for Stefan Diggs. You got to think Josh Allen is going to his favorite guy in crunch time when it counts in the playoffs. And I like the spot here for Diggs.
Yeah, and that Diggs over 5.5 receptions is at plus money. So if you're on
Nice.
sportsbooks,
There
it's a
you go.
nice little value there.
All right, Tyler, now it's time for you and I to give our best picks. Again, they're available Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, Chalkboard, whichever app you choose. But remember, LineStar is the promo code for $100 of your first deposit match. All right, without further ado, Tyler, take it away. Where are you headed for your pick in this Steelers-Bills game?
I am going to Steelers tight end Pat Freiermuth over 2.5 receptions at minus 115. We've already talked about how Buffalo might be way ahead in this game, which means the Steelers are going to throw more. Freiermuth is already over in 78% of the games he has played. Buffalo has allowed 6 receptions per game to the tight end over the last 4 games. And the last 5 tight ends have all been well over this 2.5 line. So I think it kind of checks all the boxes to go over on this one.
All right, I see your Steelers tight end prop. I'm going with the Bills tight end, Dalton Kincaid, over 37.5 receiving yards. Kincaid's averaging 42.1 receiving yards per game, so already over. He's gone over 80 receiving yards the last 2 games. And in fact, he's gone over that 37.5 mark in 7 of the last 10 games. And when you look again, this Pittsburgh defense without TJ Watt is kind of a different animal. And even with TJ Watt in the mix, Noah Fant 2 weeks ago with the Seahawks had 59. I think Kincaid can get there, and he seems to be coming up in big spots, big moments. So I think he's going to be, Josh Allen will be looking to his tight end Kincaid in this one to hit the over on that 37.5 receiving yards mark. So I'm liking the Bills here, Tyler. I don't know. I feel like, okay, so when I look at this, it's kind of a situation where, have you ever been at a party or maybe a tailgate or something, and there's someone that you just arrived to the tailgate and you're like, oh man, they're already drunk. They're not going to make it to the end of the day. And then all of a sudden you're at the end of the day and you're like, oh wow, they're still hanging out. They're partying. That's kind of like the Steelers this season. I feel like somehow they're still here in the playoffs. I don't know how they got here. It perplexes me. But here we are. What do you think of that analogy, first of all? I kind of just made that up on the spot, so it was a little bit ridiculous.
I think you pretty much nailed it. I think you pretty much nailed it, and I have way too many friends that are like that. So
let's go. Maybe they're Bills fans jumping through tables. I know the tailgating is going to be pretty insane there as well.
Let's go, Bills Mafia.
So we're going Bills. All right. So now it is time for our touchdown calls of the game. Tyler, where are you headed for an anytime touchdown call in this game?
I'm going to Bills star receiver Stefan Diggs plus 145 for an anytime touchdowns. Look, he's the team's number 1 option. He's at plus 145. I just think that's absolutely wild. He has 8 TDs on the year. He's averaged 9.25 TDs per year with Buffalo. He is their number 1 option. They're going to go to him, and he hasn't scored since week 12. I hate this term that he's due, but he is due.
Yes. And, there's been a lot made of his, I guess, disgruntled attitude this season, but nothing would smooth that over more than a nice, red zone target here or there. So I like the play there for Stefan Diggs. Keep him happy, reward him for all of his hard work this season. And hopefully he also hits the over there as well on his receiving yards for us, and over on receptions, 5.5. All right. For my touchdown call, I'm not making things hard here. We're just going Josh Allen, plus 105 for an anytime touchdown. Allen has 15 rushing touchdowns this season, 8 touchdowns over the last 6 games, and going up against a Pittsburgh Steelers team without their best weapon. The league leader in sacks, TJ Watt, is out in this game. It's Josh Allen's time to shine. They're going to, take the wheels off in this one. It's playoff time, so I think they're going to let Josh Allen loose in this one, let him run. Let him call his own number in the end zone. Josh Allen for a touchdown. I think you can pretty much count it, Tyler. You got to count that.
Let's go. I like it.
All right, let's talk about sides in this one. This is a pretty big point spread. 10 points in favor of the Buffalo Bills. What do you think? Are we going to be jumping through tables in Buffalo this weekend, or you going with the Steelers to cover?
I think there's going to be some damaged tables. Definitely buy your stock in table making companies this week. I think the Bills are going to roll.
Nice. All right. I agree with you there. I just think that as we've talked about time and time again throughout the props, the theme is TJ Watt out in this one just as like a different defense on the field for Pittsburgh. And I think Buffalo, even though they've had their struggles this season, Josh Allen certainly has had his struggles. It's a bit of a roller coaster. I guess the bright spot is even against Miami last week, he was able to dig himself out of the hole early on when he turned the ball over. I think he'll be good to go this weekend in the playoffs. At home in this one, I think the Bills roll. So I like them to cover as well. All right, remember, for more stats, analytics, all of these props, the tool that we're using is the PropsAI tool on LineStar App. So check that out at linestarapp.com. And again, if you haven't already, do us a huge favor, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and comment below. Not only does it help us out in the algorithm for YouTube, but it also helps you out because we're giving out $60 if we hit all 3 of our props in this game. So let's go get it. Also, if you have some good picks that we didn't mention here on the show, or if you disagree with our picks, that's fine too. Drop it in the comments. We're all like a community. We're trying to help each other out, beat the books. So let's go get that money. Good luck. Enjoy the game, and we'll see you next time.
Good luck, guys. Have a good one.